You know, Kern County residents have been coming to Pismo Beach for a long, long time because there simply is so many things to do here. We are here at the legendary epicenter of Central Coast California surfing right here at Poncho Surf Shop, and I'm here with Van Carrazza, the icon of local surfing. We couldn't even get in here before people stopped by and said, "Hey man, how's the weather? What's the surf like?" How you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, appreciate you taking time to do this. Before we get out in the water, how about some obvious specifics of what we need to get out there?
Well, first of all, we're gonna have to get a good surfboard for you, and obviously we're gonna get a wetsuit, and just basically your willingness to get out there.
When you look at the person that you're going to teach, obviously I'm a big guy. Do you size people up that way, or is there a different, formula?
Basically, the size, height, and how long you've been surfing. If you're new, I picked the biggest one possible to make it as easy as possible.
You have a 50-foot board for me?
Not necessary, but yeah, if we had a 50-foot one, it'd make it a lot easier on you.
You wax the boards here in the shop?
No, we take it down to the beach, we wax them down there. I give you a basic, rundown of what the ocean's all about, and I just tell you the basics of what the surfboard does, and then we go about there and get you surfing.
Always a wetsuit, never a wetsuit? What's the story on wetsuits?
Pretty much 98% of the time we have a wetsuit on. There's that free couple weeks that it gets really nice and calm and the water gets warm and then we trunk it or something, but
Well, Van, I'm stoked. Let's get out there.
Let's go do it.
Well, Van, I couldn't be more stoked to be getting out in the Pacific Ocean right now. Tell us about the conditions. What's up?
Oh, they're perfect for learning. You're going to be so happy that you're out here today. Pismo Beach is the spot to learn.
Let's get it on.
All right.
Well, Van, I'm the guy that wants to get out there and get going, but there are some safety things, there are some things that you want to teach all our surfers what to do, right?
Yeah, basically everyone like yourself just wants to get here and go out there and go do the deal. The thing is I got to spend some time on the safety factors of the ocean. The ocean's a dangerous situation, but you know what? It's a playground in itself.
Right.
I believe it's the fountain of youth. Science has been looking for it for years. I think it's the biggest body of water that's going.
You're holding me up. Come on, man.
Okay. Let me tell. One of the first things I want to get on is like ocean currents. Everyone's afraid of undertows and currents, you know. And like this is the reason why I do it here. This beach is nice and a gradual slope. There's less currents here. The steeper the beach, the more facts of the undertow is it.
So if it's like this, that water's coming hard. It's going to be more dangerous.
Yeah, it creates an undertow. And one of the biggest things I need to tell you is just flow with the ocean.
All right.
Okay, you don't fight it. The ocean will always win. When you learn to flow with it, things happen real smooth and real fun.
Got it.
Okay? First of all, one of my main things is to get your trust in me, is just to let you know that I've been doing this for 24 years. I've been teaching here in Pismo Beach. I'm one of the original teachers here, and so everything that I'm going to show you right now is stuff I've developed here from Pismo Beach. So I want to get you in the water as soon as possible, so I'm going to show you right now what a surfboard does, okay?
All right.
One of the most important things is your positioning on your board, that you're right in the center.
Okay.
With a good wide stance that's a little bit wider than your shoulders. Bend your knees with your hands out for balance and always looking out forward.
Right.
Okay? So if we can repeat this stance after laying down, most likely we'll have a successful ride.
Okay, so let's go to the laying down part.
Okay, so I want you to lay down on your board.
All right.
Okay, and my goal for you is just to basically pop up in the middle with that wide stance with your knees bent, hands out for balance and looking forward. Okay, I want you to give me that try. Oh yeah. Hey, one of the most important things is if you fall, no steep dives. And when you fall, I want you just to relax for a little bit and just cover your head for safety reasons, okay?
You're assuming I'm going to fall?
No, I know you'll fall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then let's do it. Let's get out there and go, man.
Okay, let's get it.
All right.
Hey. You need to take off your sunglasses and your sweatshirt, man.
Is that how you do it here in Pismo?
Well, no, that's basically a worldwide thing.
No
you know?
sweatshirts, no sunglasses?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you know which wave to take out here? These waves are coming at us, and I'm not quite sure which one to take.
You know, that's why I say it just takes time to learn how to surf, and the only way that you learn which wave to get is by spending a lot of time in the water.
So don't take this one that's about to break on us right here?
No, that's the hardest thing, is to know that judgment point of where to be, and you know which one to catch and which one not to catch.
All right, this has got to be the one right here. How about this one?
Take this one, Vance. This is a good one.
Hey, dude.
Right on.
Thanks a lot, man.
Hey, you're welcome.
First and foremost, how do we get a hold of you down here if I want to come down here and do this again?
Just get a hold of me through Poncho Surf Shop, you know, 1 block from the pier down here.
Poncho's at the heart of Pismo Beach. You know, one thing I noticed out there, Van, is what you talked about, man. Just let the ocean help you a little bit. I was kind of fighting a little bit, and once I started to kind of relax and take it easy, it all happened.
Yeah, that's why I say just learn how to flow with the ocean. That's why it's good to come take a lesson if you want to learn how to surf.
There's a lot more to surfing than just standing up on the board, right?
Oh, so much more.
First of all, you got to be in shape like this guy. Well, hey, dude, thanks a lot. You're the best. Appreciate it.
You're
Van
welcome.
from Ponchos.
All right.
Well, there's no way we can come to Pismo Beach, California without stopping by the famous Splash Cafe. This is the spot here in Pismo Beach. Location is everything. It's right on the water, and we happen to be with the manager, Gina. Hello, Gina.
Hi.
This place is just awesome. Why don't you give us a quick history of why the Splash Cafe is what it is?
Well, it's been a splash for about 17, 18 years. We're famous for our bread bowls and our seafood. We're right off the beach, so it makes it convenient for all the tourists to come up.
I'm reading some of these statistics. Last year, over 300,000 bread bowls alone were served. I see the long line out there. Obviously, a very, very popular place to come here on the beach, but I came here for one specific reason.
Clam chowder.
You guessed it,
As a
clam
matter
chowder.
of fact, we ordered you some up already.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is right here. So hey, thanks, buddy. Tell me a quick history about this clam chowder before I dig in.
Well, Ross and Joanne, when they bought the restaurant, they decided to put it in bread bowls. It was a really interesting idea.
Hey.
And it just took off from there.
And this is your piece de resistance, right? This is it.
Yes, our award-winning clam chowder.
Well, done with the talking, on with the eating. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, my gosh. We are here with Larry Haas, the owner of Pacific Adventure Tours and Extreme Hummer Adventures, and I am so stoked out here to get out here, Larry.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, Vance. Glad to have you here.
Well, before we get rolling, tell us about this unique tour starting spot.
Well, this is a world-famous rock and roll diner. This is our meeting location here where we meet everybody. We have bus parking, plenty of parking, and we're going to leave here with the Hummers and go from Wild to Mile.
Well, it says rock and roll. I don't mind rocking out there, but tell me when I'm not going to roll.
No, we've never had an injury out there in the 8 years. So we go out there sideways over the tops of the dunes, wheels up in the air, Indiana Jones, fun ride.
I am stoked. Let's get going.
2,000 of these Humvees in the hands of the general public.
2,000 of these style of Humvees in
Yeah.
the general public.
Right, right.
And these are some special ones you were telling me.
Right, exactly. These are the real United States Marine Corps Humvees. These are the same ones they're using over in Iraq and Afghanistan right now. And there's no other company, no other Hummer company that runs the military, the real United States Marine Corps Humvees.
So this is as tough as it gets.
Yeah, this is the only beach in the western United States where you can drive on the beach. We have 6.5 miles of beach that we can travel on out here, and we have 1,550 acres that we can ride off-highway vehicles.
Before we get crazy here, before it really gets going, why don't you maybe tell me, so I know about some of the safety precautions, things to keep in mind. I know we're already kind of strapped in here, but what up? You know, give me the lowdown here.
We have first aid kits, fire extinguishers, full roll bars in the Humvees, and the speed limit on the beach is 15 miles an hour. And then once we get out past pole number 2, we'll be in the off-highway vehicle area, and then you can ride all the motorcycles and ATVs out there. There's no right or left. Everybody should have a flag on their vehicle. The Humvees, we have the highest flag of anybody out there.
So we're going to be seen.
So we're going to be seen out there, exactly.
That's important to have the high flag, obviously. When you're going up and down these hills, you might think you've got a clear path, but you see a little flag and kind of...
Right. All right, here we go.
Show me what you got, Larry. Show me what you got.
All right, here we go.
No way. No way. Yeah. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh! Oh my gosh. Hey.
Wild and mild, Vance. I hope that was wild enough for you.
Can't thank you enough, Larry.
All right, all right.
This was just fantastic. Hey, how does everybody in Kern County get a hold of you?
They can look at the website, Extreme with an X, extremehummeradventures.net or .com or pacificadventuretours.com. We have toll-free numbers, local numbers. Look us up, give us a call. Come out and have some fun.
And you will have a ton of fun. Well, as you take me back to the Rock and Roll Diner, let's see how wild we can get. Let's do it.
All right.
We are with Mike from BJ's ATV Rentals, and he's got the coolest office in the state of California. We are on the sand, and we're going to go do some four-wheeling here on the dunes. Mike, thanks for your time, bud.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Well, before we get out there, I'd like to maybe just feel a little bit more comfortable and confident about what I'm doing. So before we do anything, how about equipment? What do I need to do this?
You need a helmet.
Okay.
We've got nice shoes, no open-toed shoes,
Okay.
no bare feet. Goggles are an option you can have if it's windy out.
Day like today, the wind's blowing a little bit. It's not a bad idea, right?
It's a good idea to have goggles on today. Keeps the sand out of your eyes so you can see where you're going.
Very good. How about some rules before we, as we just leave this area? Is there something I need to know?
Yeah, you have to go 15 miles an hour or less on the beach and around the campers. That is the state law. Out in the dunes, you can go 100 miles an hour if you want, as long as you're safe and careful.
So that's the next point I was going to. Once we get out there, you know, what do I need to be aware of so I can really enjoy my time?
You have to look out for drop-offs. That's a major thing, because sometimes when it's really windy, the dunes keep building up, such as over there. You get up to the top, you should stop and look before you go if you just come out there. There's some 150 footers right now. It varies from day to day, depending on the wind. And sometimes they'll fall down a little bit, sometimes they'll go up. Have to watch out for fences around the surrounding borders.
Overall, use some common sense, but enjoy yourself and soak it all up.
Yep, it's all common sense.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
See you out there.
Have fun.
Bye. Look at that Pacific Ocean. That's as beautiful as it gets. Hey, man, that was great. That was a good time right there.
Went pretty good?
Oh, I loved it. Loved it. Now, I know what you're talking about now with the drop-offs. You know, you want to come up and you just want to go, wow! But you're right.
You got to stop.
Hey, Mike, let everybody in Kern County know how to get a hold of you guys.
Okay, you can contact us on our website at bjsatvrentals.com, or you can call us directly. We're in the phone book, and that's about it.
Hey, appreciate it, bud. What a great time.
Okay, hope
Thanks
you had
a lot.
good time.
I'll be back.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. We are fortunate enough to have with us the unofficial Pismo Beach historian, Effie McDermott, on this gorgeous, gorgeous evening here, and we are going to talk some clams. Effie, just how important is the clam to Pismo Beach?
Well, Vance, Pismo is famous for clams because we've had clams here for thousands of years, and even going back to the Chumash Indians. But when Pismo was a young city, the beaches were covered with clams. And up until the 70s, we had clams, and they looked like this, and they were in the sand like this, with their edges facing to the shore. So when people were clamming, they would come along the beach like this, and they would just go back up, and when they would hit a clam, they'd get a clink, and then they would lift the clam up, and they would put it in their bag. And a lot of people would go out into the surf and clam, because you get the better clams out there. Now, another way to clam is just with your toes. And when that water is moving around, you could just squiggle your toes around into the sand and you can find clams like that.
When did the clams kind of stop being here?
Oh, they kind of ran out in about the middle 1970s, but we had good clamming all through the 60s. And years and years ago, we had so many clams that people would plow them up. They would come out here with horses and buggies and plow the beach and load them onto their buckboards and take them home and feed the chickens with them and feed their livestock with them. And we had clams that they would ship in by the trainload to Los Angeles.
Over in Bakersfield, in the valley, I know that a lot of people used to come over here and do some clams, and is that why they called it, what did they call it here?
The clam capital of the world.
The clam capital of the world. Didn't they call it what was it?
Well, we had so many of the good Portuguese people come over here. They had homes here, and they came here for all the holidays. It was called the Portuguese Palm Springs.
The Portuguese Palm Springs.
Yes, it was great. Yeah, we have a great Portuguese tradition in Pismo. We have the St. Anthony Festival every August. And thousands of people come from all the valley cities over here to the St. Anthony Festival. And we also always have a big 4th of July. And we have a clam festival in October every year. And we have actually a clam dig right here on the beach. But they're, of course, just numbered clams, and you win prizes when you find a clam with a number on it.
Tell us about this pier right here.
Well, that's our third pier. We had a pier right here where you and I are standing in 1882. And
right here?
Right here. And then that one was built behind us in that spot in 1925, 24, 25. And then we had a big storm in 83. So we rebuilt it in 1985. So that's our third pier.
Movie stars ever come here?
Oh, yeah. We're halfway between Los Angeles and San Francisco. So when the car was a novelty, they would, all the big bands would play in Los Angeles and come here and spend overnight and do a gig at our pavilion and then go on to the Bay Area. And Clark Gable was here. He filmed Strange Cargo. Cecil B. DeMille did the, what was that famous movie filmed in Egypt? He filmed it in the sand dunes. I can't remember.
Cecil B. DeMille?
Cecil B. DeMille. Yep, so we had lots of movie stars here, and they all had clams, of course.
Am I doing it right?
Yep, you sure are. You're liable to find a clam any minute. But this is how it was done. And then when you would find your clam, you would measure it with your gauge. And if it fit through there, then you would have to rebury it where you found it. But if it clinked on there, then it was good to take home. And Pismo clams are really sweet clams, and that's why they were so popular. They're big and sweet. And you would just take your knife and you'd cut that open and you'd have a nice clam in there.
Did you ever come out as a little kid and do this?
I wasn't a little kid. I was never a little kid. Yeah, it was great. And also abalones and stuff. But we love the clam. We have monuments all over town to the clam. When you do something good in the city, you get a clam plaque. The police department used to have a clam on their patches on their shoulders.
Wow.
We have the cement clams all around town. Yeah, we still worship the clam here.
Well, this is a very, very special spot in Central California. Tell us your personal feelings about Pismo.
I love it here. You couldn't get me to leave. Yeah, it's fantastic here. We have the best weather. We have this beautiful wide beach. Great little town, and it's a beautiful pier too. So yeah, everybody comes here. When they go to the beach, they come to Pismo.
Well, we've had a great time, and thank you for everything.
Thank you, Vance.